how do you recommend parents learn how to teach their children around financial literacy?
I think just helping kids understand the money decisions that you're making can be really helpful. If it's time to pay bills, and I don't know that people sit around writing checks anymore all the time, but when a bill comes in the mail, I think it's an opportunity to raise a discussion about, oh, wow, the gas bill is due, and talk about, well, why do we pay the gas bill? And how do we have the resources to pay for it, or the mortgage, or things like that. I think showing and talking through it is helpful. And Cami, I think something that you and your husband have done really well with your children is give them the opportunity to get involved in activities, create activities to make money, right? That's a great way for kids to have hands-on learning, right? What does it take to make money, and what do I do with it once I make it? I think those are great opportunities. And then, there's also the idea around allowance. And I don't know why, I don't like that word. There's something about that word that is a turnoff for me personally, but I really like the concept of making money available to children, a certain amount on a set frequency, where they can do whatever they want with that money. Or in some families, the kids can't do whatever they want on their own, but maybe they're taught to take that allowance and break it up into different buckets, one for saving, one for spending, and one for giving away. That's, typically the three buckets that people might use. Giving children the opportunity in whatever framework works for you to experience money on their own can be very valuable. When my children were younger, I think I've talked about this before on Money Tales, we would give them money on a quarterly basis because I'm just too forgetful to do anything on a weekly or monthly basis.
Wow. I'm, of course, thinking about my children, the one that would spend it all, and then the one who would save it to the end of the quarter, never spending a dime.
Yeah. So we give them their money every quarter. I called it practice money.
Oh, I love that term. You said that before.
Like,
it's
here,
great.
this is your money. You get to practice with it. You get to do whatever you want with this money. You'll get some more next quarter, but it's really up to you. And that was great because we'd we'd be out somewhere and one of them would want something and we'd talk about, well, gosh, I don't really think that's something that Dad and I should pay for because of, whatever the reason was, but you have your money and this might be something you want to spend it on. And so that caused them, and I know you've had this experience with your children, that causes them to really think differently. Do I really want this?
They sure do.
Is this money going to come out of my pocket? But ultimately, our kids came back to us and they're like, will you stop calling it practice money? Because we're not practicing, we're actually using it. So just call it experience money.
Ooh,
Okay.
rebranding. Marketers love this. Rebranding.
Yeah.
I love it.
Anyway, I think that's a really great way to help teach children financial literacy.